Hey, gang, Carl White here, broadcasting in the secret headquarters here at the Mortgage Marketing Animals. And you're listening to Loan Officer Freedom, number one podcast in the world today for loan officers. Hey, first of all, I want to tell you, it's not your fault and it's going to be okay. It's not your fault. It's being okay. That's the title of this episode. Say, Carl, what the heck are you talking about? So I'm going to give you one of the best scripts to convert a group of prospects into closed clients. By the way, one of the things that will likely bring you more success than any other one thing is what we call over here is conversations by design. Conversations by design. Some people call them scripts, right? So having some people are like, wait, I don't like scripting. Look, having a set way to answer those frequently asked questions, like, I don't know, what's your rate? Knowing exactly what to say based upon what answer consistently gives you the highest conversion rate. Well, it's just a smart and profitable way to do things, right? So here's one that has done me very, very, very well over the years. When you find a client that's in a pickle, and Lord knows there's plenty of hell, I've been in a pickle, right? You've likely been in a pickle sometime. So when you find a client that's in a little bit of a pickle for some reason, say they're say like they're going through a divorce and now is either buying their own home or refinancing out the ex-spouse or something like that, or perhaps their credit score has some things on it that perhaps is affecting their options. Here's the basic conversation by design template, right? That this is my favorite, and again, this is for anytime somebody's going, in a little bit of a hard time, or everything's not just perfect, right? So part one, it's not your fault. Part two, it's going to be okay. Part three, here, let me help you. So it's not your fault. It's going to be okay. Here, let me help you. Let me walk you through this. First of all, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. I'm using little air quotes here. It's not your fault. Look, it's embarrassing enough for our clients. I mean, they're standing financially naked in front of somebody. Right. And as loan officers, we see the good, the bad, and the ugly. Right. Here's the thing. You want to remove all judgment, shame, and guilt. Trust me, they're feeling it. Right. And I'm going to tell you right now, those three things, judgment, shame, and guilt, are poison to people and totally uncool for them to carry that bag of rocks around. Look, we've all done things and been through things that are tough. Right. Just be cool with them. Right. So I would say in that situation, like I'm seeing somebody and they're like, well, Carl, man, I'm kind of in a little bit of a pickle here. Here's my situation. So I always respond back, hey, look, it's not your fault that you're in this situation. I see this kind of thing all the time. Right. So it's not like we think, like when we're going through something bad, we think I'm the only person that's going through something like this and I'm the worst human being ever. Right. And oftentimes it's not our fault. Right. We weren't taught any different. Right. We've never had an experience of what put us in this situation before. And look, maybe even we made a bad choice at some point. We just didn't know the implications of that bad choice, right? Like it happens, right? It's going to be okay, right? So we've all done things that are tough. Just be cool with them. Hey, it's not your fault that you're in this situation. I see this kind of thing all the time, right? Just let them know, like, it kind of just brings the wall down a little bit. Like, hey, man, we've all been there. It's all good. And then part two, it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. It's going to be okay. That simple statement, it's going to be okay. That simple statement will calm the most savage beast down. And by the way, it likely is going to be okay, right? I mean, typically we're not talking about life or death here, right? We're not an attorney representing somebody going to life in prison or something, right? It's very likely no one's going to be sleeping outside tonight. Right. So, hey, it's not your fault that you're in this situation. I see this kind of thing all the time. First of all, I want you to know it's going to be okay. Right. And it is going to be okay. It might take a while. We might have to do some things, but it likely is going to be okay. Part three, here, let me help you. So again, it's not your fault. It's going to be okay. Here, let me help you. So, hey, it's not your fault you're in the situation. I see this kind of thing all the time. First of all, I want you to know it's going to be okay. So here, let me help you. Part three. Now on part three, here, let me help you. Just help them map out a plan and guide them on to what they need to do, right? Maybe what they need to do is simple. And frankly, maybe what they need to do might take a year. I don't know. Depends on the situation, right? Perhaps they need help restoring their credit. Well, find a pro that does that and refer them to that person. They can refer them back to you once they got things cleaned up. Maybe they think they need a down payment and come to find out he's a veteran, or maybe one of the programs that's 100% financing. Maybe they don't need that down payment that they thought they needed, right? Maybe that's part of the here, let me help you. Hey, here's the good news. They say they don't have any money. Hey, it's not your fault. It's going to be okay. I see this kind of thing all the time. Here, let me help you. Did you know that insert in program doesn't even require down payment, right? So perhaps you have a no down payment or low down payment programs that they qualify for. Maybe some gift funds solve the problem. Maybe it's something as simple as letting them know that while they don't actually qualify for that price of a home, they do qualify for these other homes, right? Maybe that's the case, right? I find on this one, it's just a matter of telling them the truth. Hey, it's not your fault that you're in this situation. I see this kind of thing all the time. First of all, I want you to know it's going to be okay. Here, let's grab a paper and pencil and let's map out a plan. Does that sound good? Right? That's it. You've taken away all the guilt and shame, and you've comforted them by letting them know that you're an expert, right? You're the expert and you're here to help them, right? That is a killer conversation by design. So you put that to use and let me know how it works out for you, right? Let me know how it works out for you. By the way, if you, as you're listening to this today, if you find your loan volume down this year, or maybe it's not as high as you'd like it to be, or if you find yourself working more than the 40-hour work week, first of all, it's not your fault. Heck, you're likely doing those things the way that you were taught by people in the past, and those people didn't know there was a better way, right? It's okay. Second thing, I want you to know it's going to be okay. Look, any of us that's been in business for any length of time will tell you that the market changes often, right? It's going to be okay. Well, as long as we make sure we're adaptable and make the changes that are necessary. And finally, I can help you. I would love to help you map out a plan for not just surviving, but thriving with these changes that we've seen recently and the changes that we haven't even seen yet. I mean, imagine what it'll feel like when you're drastically increasing your business, closing more loans, yet clocking out at 5 p.m. and leaving your laptop at work. That's not just a fairy tale. Many of us are doing that, right? Many of our members in our Loan Officer Freedom Club, it's our private high-level loan officer coaching program. Many of us are doing just that very thing. So if you'd like to get a free coaching call, exactly how we give to our coaching members, right? Just go to freedomclubdemo.com, 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 and we'll walk you through what a one-on-one 45-minute coaching call looks like. And I'll bet you'll get some things from that actual call to immediately apply to your business that you'll be able to see a difference. I bet you will. freedomclubdemo.com, freedomclubdemo.com. It's going to be okay as long as you're adaptable, as long as you take action. As long as you're adaptable, as long as you take action, it's my firm belief it is going to be okay. And even if you're doing okay, but it's my hope and dream for you to do even better. Do even better. Loan Officer Freedom, freedomclubdemo.com, freedomclubdemo.com. I'll talk to you inside, and we'll see you then. So thanks again, everybody. I appreciate you letting me be part of your day. I appreciate it. It is going to be okay. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.